Welcome to the Cyclo Gamer channel. This is a gameplay of Sonic 2 for the Sega Genesis, or Mega Drive in some countries. Here, you'll find humorous commentary and random topics. Let's jump into the video. The game starts, and we're thrown straight into Emerald Hill, the tropical stage that basically screams, Sonic 1 was a success, so let's do it again, but faster. The loops are there, the annoying badniks too, but now we have Tails, the friend who would get lost in a supermarket if he weren't immortal. He jumps, runs, and dies 1,000 times, but always comes back. A true Highlander of foxes. After 2 zones full of ramps and robot fish that were clearly rejected by Aquaman, Dr. Robotnik shows up at the end with a drill machine at the front, because nothing says foolproof plan like moving forward without seeing anything. But just a few well-placed jumps and boom! Everything explodes and off we go to Chemical Plant. If Emerald Hill was a walk in the park, Chemical Plant is like trying to take a sip of water and choking hard. The stage is a real maze of tubes and fast platforms where Sonic runs faster than a Formula 1 car. But oh, there's the water, and nobody likes the water. The oxygen meter appears, your heart starts racing, and if you don't get up in time, it's game over. And the boss? Robotnik shows up with a platform and throws toxic balls at us. The goal? To make Sonic slip more than a wet bar of soap on a bathroom floor. But we defeat him, save the city's water, and move on. We talked bad about the water. The game heard us and said, take this. Now we have Aquatic Ruin, where you can choose, stay up high and run smoothly, fall into the water and deal with robot piranhas cosplaying as Jaws. And yes, the music here is a true anthem of peace and despair at the same time. The boss? Robotnik shows up with giant columns that shoot arrows. He clearly thought, how about a boss where the player needs 3 hands to dodge everything? But with a little trick. Boom! On to the next one. Wait a minute. Las Vegas in the world of Sonic? That's right. Here, the goal isn't to save anyone. It's to gamble everything on the pinball machines and either get rich or go broke in seconds. And of course, getting lost in the level design more than in the lottery itself. Robotnik shows up with a robotic slot machine, and he wins on it every time because, well, he's the one who programmed it, but we defeat him and continue our journey. Or, as I like to call it, what if Sonic ran through the middle of a volcano? Hilltop has falling platforms, fire coming out of the ground, and robot dinosaurs? Because nothing says technological future like a steampunk dinosaur. The boss here is Robotnik in a ship that shoots fire everywhere. We defeat him, blow up another one of the Doctor's failed projects, and move on. Or the cave that traumatized generations. Here we have fake platforms, spikes everywhere, and that cursed hole in Act 2. If you fall, you'll need to reset the game because there's no way out of there. The boss, Robotnik, shows up with a machine full of drills trying to drill Sonic like a sieve, but with a little jump and boom, another victory. Sonic said no to deforestation in Emerald Hill, so Robotnik responded with the biggest oil spill on the planet. Here, the ground is lava, but made of oil, and the enemies are basically robot octopuses that didn't make it into the Nemo movie. The boss, Robotnik, appears with a ship that shoots fire, because fire and oil are bound to explode, but we defeat him and move on. Ah, the nightmare begins. Metropolis is a true mechanical hell, full of platforms that crush you, stars that explode in your face, and crabs that shoot pincers. There are 3 acts. Yes, 3, because the game wanted to stretch your pain. Robotnik uses clones of himself to attack from all directions, but we defeat him and head to space. Sonic is now surfing on the tornado Tails plane, dodging robots in the sky. We've reached Wing Fortress, a flying ship full of falling platforms. In the end, Robotnik escapes to space, but Sonic grabs onto the rocket and goes after him. There are no rings, no rest, and the hardest boss in the game. First, we face Mecha Sonic, the first prototype of Metal Sonic, and then comes Robotnik's giant robot. But in the end, Robotnik explodes again. Sonic falls in free fall until Tails shows up and saves the day. Game over. Before the end, here are some extra fun facts. Sonic 2 sold 6 million copies. Super Sonic was inspired by Goku from Dragon Ball Z. The beta version had a level called Hidden Palace Zone, but it was cut. Robotnik has a real name: Ivo Robotnik in the United States and Eggman in Japan. And that's it. Sonic 2 was a revolution on the Mega Drive, bringing incredible stages, supersonic, and one of the most epic finales. If you enjoyed, like, share, and comment on which stage was your favorite. Now enjoy the ending.